What is going on, everybody? Nasdorachi coming back at you again today with another video for Dragon Ball Legends. And of course, happy festivities. If you didn't know, we are getting an update that's starting tonight and over, I would say, the next about, week to week and a half. We're going to see a lot of things progressively start to come to the game. Nothing too outlandishly crazy, but we are going to go over all of the updates for y'all today. That is the video for this evening. I do hope y'all have been doing well, and sorry I haven't been around for a couple days. We just had a busy weekend. So, moving into the information at hand, of course you can see by the background, and you probably heard, at least as of 24 hours ago, that we are getting the game's second collaboration event. Of course, the first one was the Dragon Ball FighterZ with Majin 21 collaboration with Legends. Now we're getting a Dragon Ball Legends with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot collaboration. Again, many of you probably already knew this, but we are having a new free-to-play unit come to the game, Farmable. This new Goku probably going to be extremely similar to the free-to-play 21 event. So we will be checking that out along with all of the known summon banners and other known updates to the game coming. Not only for the 700 Day celebration, which starts for April 30th, but also for Goku Day, which starts May 9th. Again, there's tons of stuff coming, so we're gonna hop in and cover all of it. We're gonna start on Discord by examining just the raw image leaks that were data mined this evening. Then we'll go from there and discuss the new character Goku kind of in depth a little bit and cover all the other events and everything else coming. So let us waste no time. I want this video to get by relatively quickly. So starting Discord here, this is going to be the new stage art that they're adding for Snake Way. This will be another playable stage. It is kind of squashed because of the three-dimensional presentation we get of these stages in-game. So there will be a new Snake Way stage. Of course, art of the new Dragon Ball Z Kakarot collaboration Goku unit. Again, we'll be talking about him and his kit here very shortly. Seems that we're getting a Kefla event, probably similar to the Final Form Cooler event that's currently in the game. Something pretty important that we will be talking about soon as well is this new Happy Weekend once per day 50% chance for a sparking banner. So we'll be looking at that. It's a pretty neat banner. And there's actually a few other banners we'll be checking out that are not pictured with data mines here. Nothing out of the world crazy, but just, a couple of the new things we want to talk about, or new old things, I guess you could say. Of course, Zenkai Cooler is getting his banner, so all the premium players will be able to take advantage of that and get Cooler's Zenkai progress accelerated. This is likely going to be an event tied with the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot or this Snake Way event right here, this is another event we're going to check out here shortly, which will be starting, I believe, April 30th for the 700 Day celebration. April 30th is the official date they're considering their 700th day. So we're going to be checking out these once per day battles as well to see what kind of Z-Power stuff we can get from those. Again, this is actually the DBZ Kakarot version of Goku there, and this would be the Snake Way 700 Days version. So, two more events there, and then they have a whole bunch of images for this collaboration event. Of course, play the event to get Sparking Goku, as well as collect items to get Sparking Goku. Now, this is why I think it's going to be pretty much identical to the Android 21 event. Not only is it the game's second collaboration that's happening relatively soon after the first one, so that makes me believe it's not going to deviate too much on the formula, but we're also collecting these items right here, and that means there's going to be an exchange shop. And in the past, any of the Rising Battle style of events have not come with exchange shops that go along with them. So the Legends Road ones do, and of course, like the special event units like the Baseball Yamcha, Young Nappa, of course, the 21 again, and then this Goku. These events will likely be very similar to one another. So I would expect, again, something very similar to what you may or may not have already played when 21 came out. Beyond that, there is going to be new Gotenks co-op, so I'm assuming this is like the beginner, intermediate, advanced kind of labels that go along with the Gotenks co-op. As you can see right here, hyperdimensional co-op. That'll be starting the day after tomorrow to replace Demon King Piccolo, and hopefully there's not some crazy, insane grind associated with it. So we will be looking at that. And these are the data mine images of the items we'll be collecting for the Goku event. New adventures, so there'll be some new adventure system starting up, not surprising in the slightest. And then the Super Souls and Rising Souls for the new Goku. From there, we're going to check out all 4 of these events or summons and whatnot. And then here's just some image proof that shows the 700-day anniversary celebration campaign begins again on April 30th, which would be their 700th day. That's pretty much all we have from Discord. I think this image will be the effect that Goku's green card gives him, where he has a 30% chance to faint after using his green card. So yeah, again, this is all we know about so far in terms of like new data mined images, but there's still more information that we haven't covered yet, along with a couple other banners that are returning in some fashion or another. So let's hop over to the internet here to dbz.legendspace whatnot. Thank you, Renzi, for getting everything back up and running. And hopping over here, we will cover actually the new Goku first, and it shouldn't take too long. His kit is not too in-depth or crazy, and then we'll jump through the events and the summons. So, new character, Kakarot Goku, of course, from Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. He is a melee type, and Goku-san family, pretty much everything else, standard what you'd expect for a Goku unit. Now, because he is an event character, we might as well look at him fully 14-starred, because I would have to assume that we will be able to get him to this level if we have enough energy tickets and time and effort to grind into this event. So, checking him out, fully leveled, fully boosted here. He only is looking at 233k strike attack once soul boosted for a melee type. That is a little bit low, but there are some other features of his kit that are going to well beyond compensate for that. Strike defense, pretty good. Remember, 14 stars. If it's down at like, 7 to 9 star range, it's going to be considerably lower. Actually pretty low in the danger area. So you're not going to want this Goku to be taking too much punishment. 218k blast attack with 2.5 million health. So that's actually not too terrible outside of the kind of low offense and defense numbers. But again, we have compensation for that. 4560 critical is also exceptionally high. So he'll probably be critting a good bit. Furious Power, main ability, restores own health by 15% and ki by 50%. This is good for his ability to last in battle longer and continue combos. 40% to damage inflicted for 30 counts. That's definitely not bad either. Minus 10 to both red and yellow card costs for 30 counts as well, which is also excellent. And he can actually use it only 15 counts into battle. So a nice set of buffs to give himself. Just at a glance by itself, it's nothing that's like, overwhelming, but all of these things in conjunction will actually do pretty good for the Goku. And now, again, he is missing a little bit of defense. You're going to be running him as a highly offensive character, so somewhat similar to a unit like Kefla, for example. You're not going to want him to take too much of a beatdown. Next, unique ability, Z-Power Goku +1. Just going to get, he's basically a bonus boost unit for the medals coming from his own event here. The Endless Adventure. Boy, do we know all about Endless Adventures in Dragon Ball Legends. But 20% to damage inflicted every time one of the following conditions are met, which cannot be canceled. When 30 timer counts have elapsed from the battle start, he'll just get a 20% damage buff. When you evade 2 enemy attacks with a Vanishing Step, which activates once, and when you land 5 hits with either red or yellow cards. So basically just using the character by about 30 seconds, you should have a permanent 60% to general damage buff on this Goku, which is the first step of a couple that help balance his seemingly low strike and blast attack, mainly strike, but this one will cover just general damage 60%. Saiyan Raised on Earth applies the following effects to self per tag San family or Super Warrior battle member. I like that they actually included some consideration for Super Warriors here. So, following effects per, that means he'll get it twice if you're using one of each or both of these characters other than the Goku. He will get 25% to strike damage inflicted, so 50% to strike damage which cannot be canceled if you build properly, and 50% to ki recovery if you bring 2. Again, remember, it'll stack up to twice and it cannot be removed. So combining these two passives right here, you'll have 110% buffed strike damage, with 60% of that number just being general damage buff, which will, again, apply to reds and yellows and blues and tap attacks, I guess, also. So, pretty good in terms of rounding out his, again, seemingly low attack stats. There's a lot of buffing going on up there. Nothing out of the ordinary on reds or yellows, and special move Kamehameha deals major impact damage. If the enemy is fainted, it'll get plus 150% to special move damage inflicted for 3 counts. And remember, if you use that after this Endless Adventure is fully activated, you'll have another 60% to general damage buff going on there. And the Saiyan Raised on Earth passives plus 50% to strike damage, that will factor into the averaging out of the damage of the Kamehameha. It won't do crazy effects on the damage numbers, but it will help a little bit because this blast will be averaged between both his red and yellow card attack stats. Green card, Heat Up, draw a special move arts card next, which activates twice, very similar to the Legends Limited Piccolo. Minus 10 to own special move arts cost, activates twice also, and plus 30% chance for next strike or blast arts to inflict feint on hit, which cannot be stacked. Now, this is actually relatively neat, I guess. I mean, feint is always annoying when you're the one dealing with it, but when you're using it, this is how you generate that super bonus damage to the blue card. That is where this is going to come from. But again, a little drawback being that you can only really do this combo 2 times. And then from there, you'll still get the feint chance, but you won't get the guaranteed blue card or the minus cost to the blue cards themselves. So with that being said, still a pretty decent green card if you want to just annoy the crap out of people by feinting them a whole lot. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the green Android 14 after he's used his main ability, where like any of his red cards has a chance to feint. I guess the green Trunks from way back in the day also. Interesting scaling Z ability here, just a raw health buff for any Goku character in the game. So you'll want to team this Goku on a team of nothing but Goku, and they'll all get some pretty substantial health buffs. So health buff Z abilities are always pretty dang valuable. So I'm going to say that this Goku will have tons of bench value for these Goku teams specifically, if no other reason. Even if you're not bringing him in battle, which he should actually be pretty good for dealing damage, but even if you're not bringing him, great bench unit for Gokus. That's really about all we have to say about this character. Again, he's free to play farm, should be able to get him up as high as you're able to, and if you run Goku heavy teams, he might actually be pretty beneficial to you. For Saiyans in general, you may still stick with the red Bardock, but this guy is honestly still a pretty decent option also. So with that out of the way, let's check out the event that you actually do to get him real quick. We don't need to spend too much time on this. It will be starting on 4/29, so not tonight. Actually, yeah, this will actually start at reset tomorrow, because we're at the 28th. So yeah, not tonight. Reset tomorrow is when we'll be getting this. Basically when the DKP co-op goes away and the Legends Road Kid Goku event rotates out. And it'll be going till the 20th of May. So there will be, what, like, how many stages? 11 stages here. And basically each one is, again, going to be very similar to the Majin 21 event, or I guess the free-to-play 21 event, where each stage is going to drop different items that you'll need to farm, be it Rising Souls and Super Souls, or the materials for the exchange shop. So again, this is pretty straightforward. I don't see any stage that says it drops Z power, so we'll have to see how that'll work, if it's on like a banner, or if it's farmable, or if it's in the exchange shop only like a Legends Road event. Don't really know quite yet, but that's what it seems like, because none of it is visible as a reward for any of these stages. So again, we'll be looking at this event coming up here in an hour and a half as of me recording this video. Shouldn't be too terribly complicated to clear out and get through to start getting your Gokus pretty quickly. So that's about all we really have to look at there. The Snake Way 700-day anniversary event will be starting on April 30th, so that is actually a couple days away. It won't be starting tonight. And it is going to be, I guess, a way to, this up to 700 multi-Z power. I don't know if this is like total it's like 100 a day for like a week, or however this is gonna work out. We'll have to see, because it doesn't really tell us any rewards here. But basically it seems that, oh, it's gonna be going for, at the very minimum, of 2 weeks. The very minimum, let's see up here. End date, yeah, a little bit longer than 2 weeks. Basically 2 weeks and 2 or 3 days to get all this done. It'll probably be just a series of battles you go through, and it says you can only do 1 battle per day. It doesn't say that up here, but in that other art on Discord that we checked out, it says 1 battle per day. So it's basically going to be a 2-week event to collect some free Z power. So that's cool. No complaints there. We'll be fighting Goku, Yamcha, Chaozu, basically all these Super Warriors. And then the Ginyu Force. And then Super Warriors and the Ginyu Force. I assume this maybe has a loose connection to the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot event, but okay for Super Warriors and the Ginyu Force. That makes perfect sense. Jumping into this Happy Weekend summon banner. This is the once per day, costs 100 CC, 50% chance for a sparking. Now don't get your hopes up too high, because this is one of those banners that's just got a literal crap ton of units on it. Like, so many sparkings, dating back quite a ways, with plenty of irrelevant units sprinkled in here. With that being said, I think it is cool to notice and point out that for all 7 of the LL units here, there's 7 of them on here, they all have a higher drop rate than the standard sparkings by about 0.3%. It's not very much, and your chances of seeing something specific that you really want off this banner are extremely low. I did think it was neat that the Legends Limited units did have that boosted pull rate, comparatively speaking. So this banner, you'll have to decide whether it's worth your 100 Chrono Crystals every day. I'm going to say for free-to-play player, I don't know, probably because of this 50% chance for a sparking. But this is just going to be one of those situations where you either get shafted and get unlucky, or you get really lucky and get something you need. And there's really no way to predict or control that. Next up, starting on May 9th, which is actually Goku Day, the Goku Everyday ticket banner will be coming back. This is, I think, identical to the way we saw it last year, with just a whole bunch of Gokus on here. They can drop at 600 Z power, they can drop at 250 Z power, and they can drop at 100 Z power, no matter if they're sparking EX or Hero. This banner is one of those that just makes no real sense, but it's just tons of Goku on here. You're looking at the prize unit Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because there's no Legends Limited units on this banner. He's really the most valuable unit that's still on this banner. I guess beyond him, Zenkai Goku could be okay, and this Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Goku, okay. The Blue Kaioken one's okay. So there's some okay ones on here that aren't bad. Definitely the most valuable one, Super Saiyan 4, though. Not too much else we have to say about that. We won't be seeing this for a little over a week anyways. And lastly, starting up a couple of days before the Goku Everyday banner starts, on May 6th, we will have another one of those mini step-up banners showing up, where it's just 1 through 4 in terms of steps, and then you return to the beginning. So only a 4-step mini step-up banner incoming. It's actually very similar to one of the previous Legends Return banners that also had this setup going on here, but this Goku Black will be more useful now that he is a Zenkai unit. We can check out the banner here. The featured units will be, of course, LF Vegeta, Rose, this Future Gohan, the Transforming Vegeta, Transforming Trunks, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and Cell. This Vegeta is awful. Hopefully nobody pulls him, because that's really a bad shaft. Goku Black and Goku Black, and those will be the featured units. I don't know, for a step up, it's not really that great. This actually just kind of screams bait to me, but if you really, really need or want the LF Vegeta, maybe it's worth a little bit of your Chrono Crystals. Outside of that, I would probably hold off at all costs on summoning on this banner and just save for the anniversary or whatever else we might potentially be looking at for Goku Day, May 9th. Again, it's likely there could be other stuff hidden that they haven't told us yet or haven't updated yet, and this is just kind of the first wave. We did cover everything. That will be everything that we know about. That starts tonight at Reset, and will continue to update through, what did we say, like May 16th is like the last known date, or May 9th, something like that was like the last known date that stuff should be arriving. And of course, as the Goku comes out, I'll be sure to do the event, maybe put up a speed farm guide for that to help everybody out. Of course, be keeping up with all the other news, updates, and new shenanigans coming to Dragon Ball Legends. I do hope you enjoyed this update video, kind of knocking it out a little early here so we don't have to wait and check it out in-game. Thank God Renzi got the Legend Space site back up and running. I really, really appreciate you, Renzi. Anyways, if you are new around here, consider subscribing, hitting the notification bell. If you did enjoy the video, consider leaving a thumbs up on it. Help spread it out on YouTube. I supremely appreciate each and every one of you who support the videos. And until next time, leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are on this update. What are your thoughts on all these kind of random, seemingly baity banners coming back, besides, I guess, you know, some of the more event-based ones? What are your thoughts on the collaboration with Goku? I was about to say Kid Goku. Kakarot Goku, what are your thoughts there? What are your thoughts on this Snake Way 700 Day event? Let me know everything on your mind down below, be it good or bad. I'd love to hear it. Until next time, we will be seeing you again very soon for another video. Peace out. Have a great morning.
We belong together.